Alright, let's get this ball rolling with episode 8 of the Let's Play Tales of Zestiria. That did weird shit. Except for that's exactly what I wanted it to do. To a degree. That way, I could see where we're at. English. Skip. Skip. Continue. 2015, so it's going to be this one. Oh, that's right. Last we completed this, this malevolent crucible.
Is that a monolith?
Let's grab the monolith. And head towards Pendrago. Where is it exactly? There's another field in the way. Right over here.
Great, it's raining. This sucks.
Not for me. It's nice and dry inside Saray.
That is whole new levels of creepy. Damn it! Why can't I be a dumb dry ghost too?
Why can't I be a dumb dry ghost too? Well, I don't know, Rose. And we're well on our way. See that structure in the distance that looks kind of like a fancy archway? That's a bridge towards late game stuff. We're not going there yet. Where we're going is right there in front of us now. That castle looking thing. This hawk would leave me alone. Good.
Even out of the rain, it's still so cold.
I'll say.
Ugh, damn.
They've gone from scary to annoying. Still, to think Seraphim sneeze just like we do.
So here we are. Welcome to Pendrago, capital of Rolance.
Whoa. This place is huge.
Yes, Pendrago is the largest city on the Glenwood continent.
Where can we find an inn?
I recommend the one directly in front of the plaza.
You sure know your way around.
Well, you know, I used to come here a lot.
What a resplendent fountain!
Yeah, it's one of the famous sights of Pendrago. I don't know a lot about it, but supposedly the water's piped in from afar through an underground channel.
Oh, I see.
So much work for something that doesn't even serve any purpose. Stupid, simple humans.
Well, considering their lack of seraphic arts, I think their technological advancement is commendable.
Useless, pointless, waste of effort.
It's also known as the Fountain of Wrath.
Wrath? Why do they call it that?
Something with the piping's all messed up. Every now and then. Like that.
Oh dear. Stupid, stupid humans.
Justice. Hello. Please respond correctly. Xbox controller. Hate to break it to you, but Rose does not, or excuse me, Alicia does not join us again for, like, Battle Party until the DLC. We do go back and see her, we do go back and, I think, add her to the party. I think. At least once, if I remember correct. Zestiria I don't know nearly as well. I've played through it from start to end once. Zestiria I've done 3 or 4 times.
Sergei!
He's one of the Cardinal's subordinates. I tried to apprehend him, but... well, you saw what he was like.
His movements were incredible.
You could tell, right? It was a Hellion.
The Cardinal's underling is a Hellion? Then...
Forgive me, sir. He's escaped into the Shrine Church.
It looks like it's true.
That was my Discord.
I believe he was likely a messenger of...
I'm cold. You can blather on inside.
Achoo!
Tell us the details after we find shelter from the rain, if you please. Our friends are feeling a bit chilly, and even a seraph can catch a cold.
Friends.
Not that you could tell, since you can't see them.
Forgive me. I should have been mindful of the Seraphim's presence. Let us head for the Knight's Tower. Your wife sure is considerate.
Your wife!
He still thinks they're married.
My words exactly, Mikleo. My words exactly. So we're going to the Knight's Tower. I get backed up and confused. So that leads to the church, I think? Castle DOCs. This is the right way. This is used a little bit later. I'm gonna go grab that chest and then go in where we're supposed to go. Yay, more box desserts. Left outside in a rotty treasure chest. Oh joy.
This should be a better place to talk.
Did everything go okay? Can we get in the church?
I secured the permissions, but after that last incident, I'm afraid we're likely under high scrutiny.
So what else is new? They weren't big fans of us in the first place.
Yeah, good point. We've got nothing to hide. Let's do it.
Look at that. Ever since Rose joined up with us, I feel like Saray has become so much more proactive.
Too bad it means that much more trouble for us.
Thank you.
It was my decision to begin with. And besides, I've really wanted to see the shrine inside the church.
There's something about you that reminds me of the Pope. He too would never hesitate to spare expenses for the sake of his people.
Oh boy, another masochist.
I see.
I've prepared lodgings for you. I pray that the Seraphim will also be able to rest well tonight.
But Captain, it's been 3 days since last we heard from Boris after his infiltration. I believe we should hurry.
Who's Boris?
The rain may be affecting our food supplies, but I shall prepare our famous Drago stew for you.
Aren't you the least bit concerned? He's your only brother.
I do not wish to burden you with my troubles any more than I already have. Please rest for now.
It's a kind offer. Let's take it.
We will. Thank you.
Gotcha, call. Gee, what does that look like? Could that maybe be the human form of the Lord of Calamity, perhaps?
Hey! Isn't this the guy from the Earth in Historia? The first captain of the Platinum Knights, General Georg Heldolf. Heldolf! And this was painted over 20 years ago.
He would definitely show up in the Earth in Historia.
So this is Heldolf. Sergei sure seems like a good guy.
He is. Though I fear he may be a bit too genuine and sincere to command the Knights.
I agree. I hope he has what it takes. We've got plenty of worries of our own. Let's not get hung up on other people's issues.
Notice the music. This is not the standard Pendrago music. Bad stuff is happening at the sanctuary. That's what's causing the perpetual rain. It's also very important
Phew! Now
for story
that
reasons.
was a meal.
Hey,
Excuse you.
learn some manners.
You sure can eat. So can these two.
It was surprisingly good. I couldn't help myself.
Drago stew, 85 points.
My policy is eat while you can. It's been ingrained in me since I was a kid. That's the law of a soldier.
A soldier, huh?
Soldier? Aren't you and your buddies in an assassin's guild?
Well, you know, it wasn't always like this. We used to be just a band of mercenaries. Not to brag, but they called us the best on the continent.
Is that right?
That's it for me. We've got a job to do tomorrow.
Is Rose's band of mercenaries the one you mentioned before? The Wind Riders, I believe.
I think I've heard of them. The tale said just 100 of them could scatter a force of 20,000 men and capture 3 castles in one night.
Yeah, they were a legendary band of mercenaries. It's no wonder Rolance itself was their primary employer.
They sound crazy strong.
Strong and loyal. To the point that even the Emperor of Rolance trusted them like his right-hand man. Isn't that right?
It's true. Was true. But then, the Imperial family of Rolance ended up stabbing them in the back, along with the very one I'm seeking vengeance against.
The Imperial family joined forces with Hellions?
Is it that surprising?
I guess not. People and Hellions aren't separate entities after all.
Very true. You can even consider them two sides of the same coin.
In fact, if the Cardinal's power is somehow linked to a Hellion, things start to make sense.
It looks like Rose snuck out through the back. Can't take my eyes off her for a second.
Hey, Dazzle! I wonder if someone ordered an assassination.
Who? And was she asked to do it by herself?
Either way, this is bad.
What's wrong? Why are you all here?
That's what we want to know. Where were you going?
Oh, just taking a walk. Thought maybe I ate too much.
You don't have to follow every whim that pops into your head, damn it.
We thought you might have ditched us to go assassinate someone.
Not yet, silly. That comes later. It's from someone who lost their son in the war that just broke out. Kill the one who started the battle. The invasion was proposed to the Emperor about a year ago, in documents bearing the name of Pope Messedra.
Huh? You're gonna kill the Pope? Hold on. How do you know someone didn't just use his name? I thought he went missing after all.
Maybe. But then again, maybe not. It's awfully close to the time he went missing. We'll have to investigate further.
And what if we find out that he's bad?
If it's evil, the scattered bones slay it.
Even if it's the Pope?
The Pope, the Emperor, even the Shepherd. Oh, was that inappropriate?
Well,
I'm not a fan of that last part, it's true.
It isn't like we walk around all stabby. We make sure what kind of person our target is first.
I think I understand you better, Rose.
Do you now? Well, that's good.
I'm starting to understand too. Why she bears no malevolence, that is.
Because she's as nuts as he is?
Rose would certainly never tell a lie, that's for sure.
She was always that way. It's in her blood.
Was the Pope the type of person who would just up and start a war?
That's certainly not the impression of him we got from Sergei.
He's the de facto leader of a powerful country. He's probably got more layers than you'd think.
Pope Messedra's a good man. It's not him.
Well, that was easier than we thought.
This looks like an auditorium of sorts for the believers.
Sure looks like a small crowd.
Getting ready for some big stuff.
Can you tell me the names of the Seraphim who hold the utmost power, known as the Five Lords?
Now tell us, Hyanola, Amanak.
Musif! Oh, and Eumacia!
Yusuf and Amacia.
Hyanawa and Amanak!
Correct. Now, can you tell me the name of the last one? The Seraph who's worshipped here at the Shrine Church?
Motelis!
That's right! Motelis is the Seraph who has given the entire Glenwood continent his blessing.
The Seraph worshipped at the Shrine Church is Motelis? The Five Lords, huh? Big movers and shakers. I bet Motelis would know something about how to stand against the Lord of Calamity. He's got to.
Is he really all that?
Well, he's the leader of the Five Lords after all.
You must be Soray. Welcome to the Rolance Church headquarters. I heard you were to visit. Please, come on in.
It's more magnificent than I'd even imagined. The architecture definitely dates it to the height of the era of Asgard.
Glad to see you're impressed, but don't let your guard down.
Aside from maybe being a savey thing for any fights or any bad stuff that's about to happen, I don't know what that save point is useful for. I really don't believe we ever come back here.
This inscription concerns the trial of the shepherd, and the spiritual powers he obtains upon clearing it.
Could the spiritual powers be
Or maybe
real?
we do.
Buzz, 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 buzz. Be real, real bees. Oh, bees everywhere.
Just possibly.
The voice
It's
actor.
like the lettering's meant to tell us something. But it's all gibberish. It must be some kind of code. Well, it does involve sensitive info. Maybe there's a hint to crack the code somewhere.
Hey, what does the big rock thing say?
I'm afraid I'm not really sure. The inscription is written in some sort of cipher, and the key to interpreting it is handed down only from pope to pope.
So, I guess we'll have to get the Pope to read it then, huh? Sarit! Something's wrong. Let's get out of here.
I don't feel so good. What is going on?
It's a Hellions domain, just like when we fought Heldalf. They're alive, but...
It's like they've been turned to stone.
You're about to meet Cardinal Fortin. Penguin, 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 penguin.
Going home already, Shepherd?
Huh?
I am Cardinal Fortin of the Church of Rolance.
I'll be one moment.
This domain, is it yours?
Ah, so you can still move. Why don't you lend me your powers? For the sake of the people, of course.
They asked me the same thing in Highland.
I hardly think myself the equal of a Philistine like Bartlow.
Sounds like something a Philistine would say.
Charming, but sticks and stones and so on, young lady.
Ooh, she's good.
I have but one wish. To see my empire overcome this tumultuous era of chaos. A task only possible if the people are united. But Rolance is far too expansive to unify the people through mere patriotism alone. Shepherd, do you know exactly what it is that the state has used for eons to keep an entire country in line?
Is it faith?
Yes, faith. It is the belief in their own salvation that inspires in people the greatest sense of unity when they band together against outsiders who share different values. Meaning that my church itself should serve as the cornerstone for all of Rolance.
Maybe in your mind.
It is but the vision of one who would guide the people. With the name and power of the Shepherd, more people than ever can be brought to salvation.
Then you should cooperate with the Knights. Wouldn't that really be what's best for everyone?
I would welcome their efforts if they would simply bend to my will and do as I command. Even if they are a pack of loutish meatheads who can't figure out that their Pope abandoned them.
Wait a minute, the Pope just ran away? You didn't have him locked up?
I am not a street thug, child. The Pope, Cedra, I should say, left of his own accord. Abandoning his duty to both the Empire and his followers. What, pray tell, would you call such a man?
Pretty irresponsible, if what you're saying is true.
Irresponsible is one word, and still there are so many fools out there who trust in such a coward. The Knights, for example. In order to bring the people together, we must find Cedra and give him his due punishment.
Punishment?
Yes, the same punishment that befell those uncivil enough to mistrust me.
Then we have a problem. We need the Pope to tell us the meaning of the inscription.
Why? Cooperate with me and it won't be necessary.
I need to know. No matter what.
Ah, I see. That's very unfortunate. So then you mean to say...
What the?
My body!
That you reject my vision!
Saray! Let's go!
We're leaving.
That's important, right there. We've just gained Miglio's ability.
What? They broke through my domain and connected with the Seraphim, if only just for a moment. Oh, will I relish this!
That is important. He can sneak past obstacles that use sight to detect movement and move undetected past enemies that sense by sight. By touching an enemy weak against water, you can begin the battle with an advantage.
We disappeared? What the hell was that?
It's called the Spectral Cloak. You've been practicing in secret, haven't you? That was sweet!
We'll talk later. We've got to flee to the Knight's Tower.
So what do you think of Cardinal Fortin? Or Sergei?
Got a dash. You go on ahead.
Okay!
The Pope fled of his own volition?
I'm sorry I couldn't get more details. We were sort of running for our lives.
No, that is more than enough. I'm just relieved that you weren't captured.
Thanks for saving us back there.
It's the least I could do.
Seraph Mikleo, my humble admiration for your bravery.
It's nothing, really.
It is nothing. All you did was blind her temporarily.
We have to do something about her domain.
Those powers might help. Let's get the Pope to decipher that inscription.
That'll be tough if we don't know where he is. The Knights have been hunting him for a year now with no success.
Yeah, but they were assuming the whole time that the Cardinal was behind the disappearance. Guess what? I think I know where Popadope might be.
You do?
The village of Gododdin, on the southern part of the continent. We won't know for sure until we check it out, of course.
How did you get that information?
Well, let's just call it an industry secret. You know how it is.
Of course. I should have expected no less from the wife of the shepherd. Let us send a search team to Gododdin.
Hold on a minute. The Cardinal already expects that our side will be searching for the Pope.
A highly visible squadron of knights would essentially be a bright pink arrow pointed straight at him.
Come get me!
However, we can operate covertly in small numbers.
And walk like penguins.
Let us handle Gododdin.
Penguin, penguin,
But
penguin,
that's
penguin.
far too much to ask.
Chill,
Waddle!
Captain, we got this. What is it they say? Pope springs eternal?
Oh god.
Abandon Pope! All ye who, don't go to Gododdin.
Okay, settle down.
My thanks, gentle shepherd.
Actually, as for what you can do in return, do you suppose we could get a pass to Rolance? I might be mistaken for an ally of the Highland Army otherwise.
I have seen for myself the quality of your character. I shall prepare it immediately.
Thank you. That's a load off my mind.
There is something I would like to impart to you as well. Would you please step outside for a moment?
This is also very important. Its implications do not come up until much, much later, but this is very important. You can't beat Heldolf without its levels of important.
Do you remember the art I used when we fought against one another? That is the Lion's Howl, an art passed down through our band of knights. I and my younger brother Boris are the only ones alive who know it. But now I pass it to you as well. Wilt thou accept?
Yes.
Lion's Howl!
Come on, Xbox. How many times do I have to reset you? This controller's defective. I really do need to either take it apart and see if I can't fix it, or buy a new one.
Lion's Howl! Back off!
Well, you're a fast learner. I must apologize that this feeble art is all an oaf like me may offer you.
Don't say that. It's incredible. Thank you so much, Captain Sergei.
You and I stand as equals. You may call me Sergei.
Then you may call me Saray.
Saray, I am loath to believe the Pope just abandoned his post on us. But I also sense that there may be another side to this unfortunate story.
I understand. We'll find the Pope and come back with the truth.
Godspeed.
Rose, was it the scattered bones who found the information on the Pope?
Maybe. Seeing where the church's money was going gave us a little hint.
That's what I thought. You guys sure don't operate in the same way that the knights do.
Of course not! An Assassin's Guild can't function without proper intel.
Assassins. Right.
Here is your pass, Saray.
Thank you. Our travel should be much easier now.
I wish it were so. But we've received word that Byroclef Ridge, which leads to Gododdin, has been blocked by rock slides.
We could have been on the ridge right now.
If only we'd been a little bolder.
Rose! My punchline!
What's the plan?
You'll have to go through Cambria Caverns, south of the Meadow of Triumph.
An underground passage, huh? No problem.
That's your thing, isn't it?
You bet it is.
So, once we get to Gododdin, we've got something that's very important main story-wise, and it's not just in relation to the Pope.
A Hellion! Is it one of the Cardinal's guards?
Saray, we have to trick the guard into thinking we're not here somehow.
Waddle, 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 waddle. Through the door!
We made it!
Think we lost the Cardinal with that?
I sure hope so.
Backtracking. So we are in the later half of the game. There's going to be a little bit of backtracking here. So I will probably be able to speak a little bit more. Nope. Then
Ready,
fight.
everyone? It appears we're going to get skunked.
He sure seemed persistent.
Lion's Howl! Lion's Howl! Sonic Rock! Fluid Surge! Sonic Thrust! Go! Ready? Hang on, everyone! It won't end here! Right! This isn't over! It won't end here! This isn't over! Lucan Rolance! Wind Blade!
Dancing Ember!
Not this time! Dragon Blade! My wins! Red! Come forth! Gale! Not yet! Dark Star! Put some dreams! Not this time! Dragon Blade!
You can't just swing this.
So, the Japanese voice actor for Lila actually has passed away. It was shocking and it was really kind of sad. So one of these days, we'll probably play it in Japanese just for that, and to give tribute to her.
It's around here, right? The caverns or whatever, I mean.
Cambria Caverns. He said they were south of the Meadow of Triumph.
Here, I'll do you a favor.
Now they're caverns, but it's not a cave, so it's going to be that field icon down there. You can fight Heldolf early. He is way powerful, and you are not ready to take him out usually. If you do actually get a bad ending. I did research that. I did watch the ending online. So there is a bad ending for it if you beat him too early.
I ate too much today. My stomach's all achy.
Oh my. You shouldn't stuff yourself like that, Rose.
By the way, I was curious. Can Seraphim get upset stomachs or gain weight?
To say it in a fairy tale sort of way, your thoughts become reality.
What's that supposed to mean?
We won't gain weight from consuming calories, but we will from thinking, I'll gain weight if I eat this much.
Whoa! So does that mean you'll be okay as long as you don't think like that?
No. Denying the reality of things leads to malevolence. A seraph must not be detached from reality. So at the end of it all, you could say we're the same as humans.
This is so confusing.
So, after beating the game legitimately, I'll do a I'll rewind to a previous save, once we know where he's at. So I might have to do some research or some navigating after we complete the title, and do that. So we get the main ending, then get the bad ending, and then we'll go through the bonus chapter. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Leave me alone. I don't want it. Ah, that's right. Cleft Bridge. We do have to go the other direction for the caverns. So as good a thought as that was, did I get the save thing there? If I at least activated it. If I activated it, then yay. I did.
I can sense the ancient tongue. We're near one.
Do you really think we can get through this way?
Don't worry.
You sound pretty confident. Is it just a hunch?
No. I can feel the wind.
There's nothing in the universe cooler than a secret passageway.
Especially one underground.
Totally! A maze of twisty little passages with exits galore to who knows where!
Like the back of a waterfall, or the bottom of an old abandoned well.
Yes! Nickleo gets it!
Glad someone gets it, because I don't.
I don't want to get it.
Boys just love things like this.
In this case, I don't know about boys so much as...
Children, right?
Ouch. Oh no, there's a purple star on the minimap. It's down there. Remember, purple stars are mandatory. It pegs them as a side quest, but they are mandatory. So, while we're here, we may as well go do that. Can I get down this way? I cannot. So I need to loop around to go the other way. Okay. The purple stars are the iris gems. They are the Earth and Historia. They are important to the main story. And after having completed it, I understand why. But I just wish they had labeled it differently or hadn't made it seem like, oh, you can get by without doing them. So that when you come across it, you do it. Well, that's right. This is why I hate the Cambria Caverns. They're awful. Stop it, controller. So this way? I'm confused. I don't know where we fell down. Oh, we came in from Medal of Triumph up there. So we walked down to the spot that's in the center now, like right above Suray's head-ish. So that failed. So then we walked until the sort of discoloration there and fell down to where we're at now. So we do need to turn around and go the other way. Fight me, I dare you. Cambria Caverns annoy me because they are just so easy to get lost in. You really do have to watch your map repeatedly. We can get across here somehow. There we go. Some of these are false. So you see the discoloration on that one, how it's a little bit darker than, say, this one is? That means if we go in that one, it's going to collapse on us and we're going to fall down underneath down there. Welcome to the Cambria Caverns. An exercise in frustration. Well, fuck. As I say that, I use the wrong one and I fall. I'm not trying to be in a rush, but I would like to get to Gododdin in this episode, so we are going to be a little bit late. Or beyond time, at least. This is where I need to be. Okay, good. Let's not do that. We know that's the wrong way over there. See, because that one's discolored. I don't know if there's a way of looking down and seeing. Nope. Camera cuts out before that. Conveniently. Technically, we didn't have to do this. We could have just walked straight across that one bridge to get straight to Gododdin, and we may not have been in overtime in that case. But then we wouldn't have gotten the purple star, and we would have had to come back and do this later anyway. It has to be done. So, no sense putting off to tomorrow. It can be done today. Now, where the hell am I? Okay, I'm here. Ah! He came from nowhere. So did that, and that one. Leave me alone! Ha! Discovery point.
Whoa! What the hell?
That's a big shrimp.
A fossil, one hopes.
Holy crap! This thing was alive once?
I want to catch it and fry it.
It looks terrifying. You don't think this is a Hellion?
There are fossilized Hellions? No way!
It's not outside the realm of possibility.
It's not outside the realm of sashimi either.
So which side's the head?
The left?
We can't even tell where the head is? Ugh, this thing's freaktastic.
No matter. A shrimp's head and tail are equally delicious.
I can't even make sense of this thing.
Shrimp. Starts with S. Look it up.
Let's get started!
Return to on! No escape!
You know nothing!
Lions!
Aqua Serpent! Not bad. Burn of fire!
Aqua-Italians are very resilient. Be careful.
Hang on, everyone!
Purity, come forth!
Lightning strike! Ready? Prepare yourself! Jade luminescence!
I was clearly the star of that battle.
It's easiest to notice the dimmer stars when they shine, they say.
Ouch. Can I go this way and fall? Nope, I can go this way and climb. Either way, I can go this way to get there. We are gonna have to fight because, well, dragon. Or not dragon, but, monster. All the same. Hellion. God damn it, controller. It's getting worse and worse. And the batteries are brand new. No, I don't want to overwrite that.
Hey! Isn't that the Earth in Historia?
Hello, Miklio's mother.
Was the author of the Celestial Record a village chief? It looked like he was founding a village or something. Hey, Miklio! I was wondering, you don't suppose he was a shepherd? If the shepherd was the one who wrote the Celestial Record, a lot of things start to make sense, and... Miklio?
Oh, sorry. What did you just say?
Whoa, I've never seen you space out like that. You feeling okay?
Oh no, poor Ciclio.
Nice.
Not nice.
No, but seriously, you alright? Should we sit down for a bit?
I'm fine. I just got caught up in my thoughts. For some reason...
Quite surprising. A shepherd in an age like this.
I think you've surprised us!
My name is Saray, and you are?
I am Syndra, Shepherd Saray. Are you the Seraph of Lastenbell? I once was, yes.
Can we ask you to give your blessing again? There's no seraph enshrined at the sanctuary in Lastenbell, and strange things are happening.
That's of no relation to blessings.
How can you be sure?
Because I have used the bells in the belfry as my vessel.
I see. So the sanctuary in Lastenbell is nothing more than a figurehead.
In any case, it is no longer my concern. I no longer have the capacity to understand humans. Please, leave me be. May we ask you what happened? I'm sorry.
We can't force her to talk.
But something's up. We should do some research.
You're right. Let's go ask people in Lastenbell. They may know something.
I don't have the gold key yet. Can't open that. So I know that there's ruins that we have to go back to in Lady Lake as well.
It'll retreat and emit sonic waves.
3 strikes and you're out. Whoops, wrong bat.
Ready? Strike!
Shining Lance Force!
Who's next? Ready?
Lightning!
It's over! This is bad! Ready? Strike! It's over! Sweet dreams!
What? Disappear!
Dragon Fang! Sword Rain! Not yet!
Magnet of Flame! Concerto in Fight! A worthy opponent!
Sweet! Get on! Hang on, everyone!
Not done yet!
I won't lose!
Come forth! I can get changed.
So now, to Gododdin. We will be slightly over time. We're sitting with 4 minutes left. And I want to at least get to the entrance of Igraine, so that I can title episode 9 Igraine, Shrine of the Fire Trial. Spoilers. But that's what's coming up next, is Gododdin has a, one of those. I can't go that way. I'm lost as fuck. Okay, I go this way. No. 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 Leave me be. Oh. Hey, there's an Ormaniden. Tempest. Tempest.
I think we're close to the exit.
Probably.
Did you feel it too?
The wind? I think I kind of did.
Shazam, we're out.
Hell yeah, we're home free! Praise the sun! It looks like I spoke too soon.
A Hellion!
Griffin? What is it doing in a place like this?
Is it bird or beast?
Yeah, the last thing we need is a bunch of flocking griffins.
Rose, a nice
Weak to fire and
young
earth.
lady really shouldn't.
Come on! I didn't mean it like that!
Choose your birds more carefully.
Burning Charge! Pillars of Flame!
There! Shield
Bird! Burning Charge! No! Smart to level it! Bird! Burning Charge! Pillars of Flame! Return to blow! Rose Rhapsody! Burn away! Release Lila!
Crap.
Stand strong! Carry!
Griffin? What is it doing in a place like this?
Is it bird or beast?
Yeah, the last thing we need is a bunch of flocking griffins.
Rose, a nice young lady really shouldn't.
Come on! I didn't mean it like that!
Choose your birds more carefully.
Tower of Blood! Bird! Burning Charge! Pillars of Flame! I'll strike you down! Bird! Burn away! Purgatory of Flame!
Blue flurry!
I'll strike you down!
Ocean cliff! Scattering crush!
Bird! Burn away! Purgatory of Flame! Come forth!
Come forth!
Focus on defense! Burn away! Release my Rhapsody! Vermilion Crescent! Burn away! Pillars of Flame! Vermilion Crescent!
Retreat for now.
I need a hand!
Gathering
Blade Fang!
protection.
Let's keep it up!
Barrier.
Be gone!
Gilman Il Axenuan.
Ready, go! Rising Sand Echo Shock! Take this! Be gone! Ready, go! Purify the Earth! Fairy Soul Echo Shot! Rising Sands! Rising Sands! the way! Crystals light the way! Crystal Tower! Begone! Charge! Rising Sands! Begone!
Fangblade! Dream Slash! Lightning Tiger Blade! Raging Tide! Fangblade! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Hello, little help.
Burn away! Tower Surprise! Burn away! Color Surprise! To shield me! Dream Slasher! Color Surprise!
Almost got this.
Burning Shards! Take this! Burning Shards! Burn away!
Rising Sand! Dry out! Take this!
Begone from lead!
Purify the Earth!
You're pretty much screwed.
Purify the Earth!
Six falling stars!
Rising Sand!
Dry out!
Rockfinger! Right, Mikleo!
Dry out!
Take this! Begone! Begone!
Dry out!
Rockwinger! Begone! Rising Sand! Echo Shot! Rockwinger! What a
Hey, got
formidable
it.
opponent!
You are not ready to command the wind yet.
I hate the wind. Huh?
Edna!
You alright?
I just slipped is all.
Boy, we can't take Lady Edna anywhere, can we?
Lady Meebo was talking.
Be on your guard! An aged Trent. Like it sounds, it's quite old. I'm getting old just listening to your explanation.
Release my spirit! Burning Shards! What a formidable...
Some
There
of
we
us
go.
are low on health.
You are correct, Lila. Let us rectify that immediately. Problem solved. We're almost there. That house on that ridge is Gododdin. Hot damn, we'll get there pretty quickly.
Sure is dry way out here.
Yeah, it's a remote region like Elysia, but it looks hard to hunt or even farm here.
It amazes me that people can even live in a place like this.
Those humans sure are tougher than they look.
Maybe they have some sort of special local product?
Maybe. Anyway, our next destination is Gododdin.
Are we going in the right direction, Rose?
Yeah. It should be around the edge of this cliffside road. I think we're almost there.
Okay, let's hurry before we get attacked again.
Found it. Totally found it.
And we have arrived at Gododdin.
I just saw a monolith written in ancient tongue.
Outsiders? Hey, didn't they say in school not to use that word?
Oh, oops. Hello.
Hello there.
Is this new-looking building your school?
That's right. The village chief built it.
For the future of the village.
A school?
It's a bit plain compared to the rest of the town, don't you think?
Are you kidding? We didn't have anything like this in my village.
We always did want one, though.
I'm Slenge, the chief of this village. What brings you two all the way out to our tiny corner of the continent?
Oh, well, we're looking for...
We're here for work, researching what people eat out on the frontier. Stuff like that.
Your efforts are very much appreciated. Thankfully, our village has been spared the ravages of famine.
In fact, it's even more bountiful than in years past.
And we have the chief to thank for it. If there's anything we can help you with, don't hesitate to ask.
You say that like you own the place.
Seems like a nice village.
Sort of reminds me of Alicia.
Saray.
I know. We'll split up and try and find some clues about the Pope. What's wrong, Edna?
Nothing. Just thinking about how Meebo insulted me earlier.
What the hell?
Oh, I see.
Anyway, it looks like there's some kind of ruin in the back of the village, and it's a pretty darn old one to boot.
How old do you think?
It's probably from before the Dark Period. It might be even older than I am.
You don't mean from the Temperance of Avarost? If that's true, then this is an incredible find! Wait. Hey, Edna? How old are...
What?
Never mind. Gododdin sure seems like a happy village.
Indeed, everyone here is so positive and active.
They're all like family here.
But I still can't feel the blessing of the Seraphim.
True. The Guardian Seraph is missing. It seems that this place used to be rather barren. But it looks like the current chief was able to overcome these issues.
I can tell the people here respect him a whole lot.
I imagine they do. This would normally be such a desolate environment.
Yeah, not just anyone could pull that one off.
Rose? Is something the matter?
Sorry, I was just thinking out loud. I'll tell you more once I've had time to investigate.
What's wrong? You look troubled.
It's strange. This village seems rather prosperous.
And that's a problem?
The issue is why.
Their source of income.
Right. The land in this area is infertile and hardly fit for farming or hunting.
It's far from any major thoroughfare, and they have no local products to export.
Isn't that weird? You'd think a place like this would be the first to fall victim to famine.
There must be some explanation for all this.
Come on, let me talk to you. I want to talk to the turtle, but it won't let me.
There's a ruin!
Wait!
You think they came here to apprehend the chief?
They better not. Without our chief, Gododdin is doomed.
There's no cause for worry yet. As long as they stay out of the Pure Land, we'll be all right.
Malevolence!
Let's go.
There was malevolence coming from the chief. Why?
I bet we'll find the answer inside that ruin.
Yeah.
A destroyed entrance, huh?
Well, that looks hopeless.
Oh, does it now?
Edna, you could use your powers.
Give it a try.
I certainly might. If you were to ask like so. Lady Edna, please do something about these rocks.
This is no time to be joking around.
Mikleo can't take Lady Edna anywhere, can he?
Oh, are you still hung up on that?
Come on, spit it out. Lady Edna, I beg you to move these rocks which I, the pitiful Meebo, cannot.
Hey, that's longer.
Well, I charge interest.
Edna, I think that's enough teasing for now.
We need you to do something about these rocks, Edna. Please help us.
I didn't mean you.
Maybe not. But I'm as guilty as anyone here of taking you and your powers for granted. Even though I've seen malevolence born from that very mentality. Gratitude is vital in all actions. Whether you're worshipping the Seraphim, or simply journeying with friends.
Seriously, it's fine. I'll give you my ability, the giant strength.
FYI, Saray doesn't get jokes.
Nice. I'll try breaking down these rocks that the meek and pitiful Meebo couldn't.
Not you too!
He really doesn't get jokes.
What mighty power!
Oh?
What is this place? Some sort of warehouse?
You got that right. For the stuff that's quickly becoming all the rage amongst the nobility these days.
Elixir?
It's fake. But my body feels oddly warm.
That's because it's packed with energy drink garbage. Did I mention this stuff is highly addictive?
Make one sale and we'll race back for more. Pretty devious.
So, is this stuff being sold officially under the authority of the church?
The certificate carries the authentic stamp of the Church of Rolance, but it looks like the sales profits are all going to this village.
So that's what you meant about tracking the flow of money.
If there's someone in Gododdin who can create an official certificate...
It has to be the missing Pope!
That explains the village's mystery funds.
And the malevolence from the chief.
So they're either conspirators or
the chief is the Pope.
You! What are you doing in here?
That has to be... Could it really be?
The chief?
How's this?
How's this?
Burning strike!
Ready? How's this?
Take that! Storm of flame surrounds me! Take that! Flare vortex! Blazing demons come forth! Burning strike!
So is this what grown-ups are really like?
Yeah, so...
It's not the chief?
So you are here to capture the chief! I knew it! I'll die before I allow that!
Enough! What is the meaning of this?
Are you... Pope Macedra?
I see you've done your homework.
What would drive you to do such a thing?
I would ask the same. I never desired the title of Pope. So then, why must I continue to perform its functions? I originally joined the Holy Order in order to give a small blessing, a glimmer of hope, to my family and those around me. But that is all.
But there are so many who cherish you. Sergei and the rest of the knights, and...
I know that! That's why I worked so hard. I did all I could. I toiled for years and years, with no self-regard, for the sake of everyone. And then I took a look around me, and there was no trace of my family left behind. They had scorned me as a man with no regard for his household. What was it all for? What fruits had I to show for my endless labors?
Were you involved with the war against Highland?
I abandoned everything. The war, my country, even my people. At that point, I was beyond all caring. I fled into the forest to meet my death, but these folks rescued me. The good and gentle people of Gododdin asked nothing of me, content merely to treat me as if I were one of their own family.
And so naturally he wanted to give something back to the village.
Even if it meant dealing fake elixir.
I care for neither the Empire nor the Church. Call me a coward if you like, but now I live for the sake of my family.
Lost signal or why it spontaneously did that. Hopefully, it didn't do much to ruin the recording.
Your family?
I can sympathize with him for sure, but nevertheless, we need to bring him back.
We can't get the spiritual powers without deciphering the inscription. And the Cardinal is too much to handle for the Knights alone.
But, on the other hand, without the protection and leadership of the Chief, what will become of Gododdin?
The same could be said for Pendrago. You see the problem?
It was him running away that caused this mess. Why should he get a free pass?
There's gotta be a way around this. Maybe he could crack the code for us and head right back here?
But you know what the Knights in the Church are like right now.
You think they just let him walk away?
Chief!
Are you okay?
There's no cause for alarm. My need here is finished.
Everyone, please calm yourselves. Worry not, we are safe. The man standing before you is the real shepherd. Shepherd, there's something I dearly hope you will understand. The villagers bear none of the blame here. This was all my doing.
I just wanted to know the truth. That's all. So I'm leaving, as of now. Is that okay?
I'm not sure. But what I do know is that you seem to trust this fellow. And that's enough for me.
Rose.
Some things in the world come down to more than just black and white.
I am sure Sergei and the Knights will understand as well.
But the real issue is, how are we going to get through the Cardinal's domain?
Yeah, that. I wonder if we can crack it.
The inscription's code?
What, ourselves?
It's not that crazy, is it? It's a man-made puzzle after all. Might even be fun.
That may be, but we better at least ask this guy for a hint or two.
Shepard, if you don't mind, please follow me.
Seen that symbol before?
What is this?
The Shepherd is granted 4 powers: earth, water, fire, and wind. They are the blade that shall cleave the Lord of Calamity. Scattered across this land are the shrines of trials. They too are of earth, water, fire, and wind. Tests they are of power and spirit. The power is brought forth in the spirit, and the spirit captures the power. With balance may malevolence be purified. With imbalance does the body smolder and burn. Test thyself, Shepherd, and brandish thy might. Rise to the challenge, and stake thy will on the outcome.
The sacred inscription!
He had it memorized?
Not bad. Even if it's still gibberish.
What he means is...
We can obtain 4 different powers in 4 different places, and for each one you have to pass a trial, I think.
What he said.
Got it. So we just have to find those places.
Yeah, or... Don't tell me this is one of them.
Indeed it is, Shepherd. This is Igraine, the Shrine of the Trial of Fire.
May we enter? Funny time to start asking permission, I guess.
The Shrine of the Trial is rife with danger. I cannot guarantee your survival. Will you still go?
Of course! Hidden powers in a secret shrine? I'm there!
Then go forth, young Shepherd, and face your trial. This place exists for you.
Giant strength, huh? I hate to admit it, but Earth Seraphim sure are powerful.
Ugh.
Edna?
Ouch! After using giant strength, my body gets all kinds of sore. Can you just try not to touch me?
Oh, sorry.
As you can see, I have a slender build, so by nature, I can't really hold anything heavier than an umbrella. I'm the most ladylike lady that ever ladied, you know.
Well, whatever. But it does make sense that using such great power has a trade-off somewhere.
Just don't tell Saray about it. I don't want him to get all worried about me.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
And just so we're clear, it doesn't mean that it's okay to touch me whenever I'm not using my powers. Got it?
Yeah, I know.
Alright. Save. You save. And... while I'll call the episode here, I will step into Igraine just for musical purposes.
This ruin looks awfully old, doesn't it, Mikleo?
Sure does. This qualifies as a major discovery.
Oh man, I can feel my whole body burning up with excitement!
Pretty sure that's just the heat.
Anyway, this is Igraine. Trial for another episode.